Hello Sagittarius, welcome to your mid-December reading for 2018. Thank you for joining me. This is for Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus signs. Before I get started, I just wanted to mention again my 2019 year ahead forecasts. Those are up on my YouTube channel right now, Gypsy Insights by Michelle, so please go and check those out. Okay, Sagittarius. I'm trying some new oracle cards this month. First up, we have the Dark Goddess Oracle, and this is a brand new oracle that's just been released. You've pulled the Polynesian goddess of the underworld. The underlying message around this is of trust. It's about, because this is a goddess of the underworld, it's very much a chance for salvation, a chance to be reborn, being given a second chance at something. Perhaps to walk away from a bad situation. I do feel, because we have as your overall energy from the Vintage Wisdom deck, the card of intuition, it is about learning to trust your gut feeling. I also have a message here, not to dwell on the past. It is about learning from your mistakes, but certainly when it comes to other people's mistakes, not taking the blame for that. So not taking the blame for other people's mistakes, but learning from your own, not dwelling on the past at all, whether it's been your mistake or someone else's. It seems to be you're being given some kind of second chance at something. It'll be different for everyone, but we'll see where this goes. But very strongly I feel that it has to do, you'll find the answer within. You may have gained a lot of knowledge, certainly when it comes to the past choices, mistakes, but when it comes to your next steps, I feel you're being more guided by that gut feeling, that inner compass, rather than the knowledge or the logical side of your brain here, Sagittarius. From the Crystal Mandala, you've pulled the card of Goddess Bastet and Cat's Eye. This is linked to sacred pleasure. Very interesting energy around this one, Sagittarius. It is about pleasure, but also pain, because pleasure and pain are linked. It's part of the dance of life. With this one, it's about enjoying pleasure without fearing that you'll become addicted to it. Interesting. So I'm wondering what this relates to, if it's you or it could be someone around you. It is about feeling genuine pleasure, surrendering to pleasure, letting go into the moment. You know, when there's a yearning for pleasure, whether it be the healthy, conscious expression of playfulness or the addictive craving for an artificial high, the deeper part of you may be letting you know you've wound yourself up too tight, trying to control yourself rather than learning to identify and meeting your needs in a healthy way. So the stronger, more destructive the yearning for pleasure becomes, the more you know you're reacting against a degree of control that you're imposing on yourself. Healthy pleasure creates energy. Addictive pleasure depletes energy and free will. So I'm wondering here if there isn't some kind of inner battle. You know, there may be someone around you who is an addictive personality. And the way most addictive personalities release inner tension of this inner battle, of fighting wanting this artificial high, is to go to extremes by acting out of control, being destructive, and what comes after that, it's shame, judgment, recrimination, and the whole cycle starting again. And that can be exhausting. So I'm wondering what it is. I don't feel it's you, Sagittarius. I feel it's someone around you, but it's someone who maybe being given a second chance to walk away from some kind of behavior, or it may be that you're being given a second chance to walk away from someone who is an addictive personality. So we'll see where this goes. It's interesting. Energy. I'm going to leave the card of intuition as your overall energy. And I'm using the Bonefire Tarot here, Sagittarius, for your December reading. This one will be a little bit more general, so it will focus a little bit on love, because I feel our relationships are all linked into life, but I'm tapping into more general energies here for the mid-December readings for everyone. So let's do one more shuffle and we'll get started using the Bonefire Tarot. Messages for Sagittarius for mid to late December 2018. We have the Queen of Coins, or the Queen of Pentacles, at the bottom of the deck. Focus more on material things, stability, your home, your family life. Messages for Sagittarius, please, for mid to late December. The past, present, near future, your advice or your best path to follow, what's happening in your environment, hopes and fears, the potential outcome, and your overall energy, or what this reading is about. Okay, Sagittarius, let's take a look. Death card in reverse. Okay, so with this one, it's clinging to something that may be unhealthy, is what I'm getting. Maybe a person who is an addictive personality, searching for that artificial high, not being able to transform, to make the necessary changes, to overcome a way of thinking that has become detrimental to their life. I feel for some of you it is you, Sagittarius, but for most of you I'm getting this is someone around you who is dealing with some very difficult addictions. For some of you, I get that it is looking for that artificial high of pleasure, not doing that in a healthy way. And I'm wondering if this is something that this person can ultimately change about themselves, or whether there can be some kind of, what I'm picking up here is a way of dealing with it more healthily. So let's see where this goes. In the past, we've got the Tower. Okay. So this has brought destruction in the past, and I did get that there is someone who has been acting out, being destructive within their life, all for the pursuit of pleasure, is what I'm getting. Let's take a look and see what their current energy is here for you, Sagittarius. The Emperor. Okay, so with this one, there is an ability to regain control. It speaks of using their organizational capabilities here to manage, to control, but not control in a bad way. not try to control this to the point where it becomes destructive. That's the energy that I'm getting with this reading. You know, it's shifting out of the inner battle for and against pleasure by realizing the difference between control and loving, firm organization. Control is an attempt at suppression and denial based on fear, lack of acceptance, but that loving, firming holding provides a sense of safe and healthy discipline. But it doesn't repress. It accepts, it acknowledges all needs, and then chooses the most loving way to meet them with consciousness and presence. Okay, so it seems to be about dealing with someone who is going through a tough time because they are dealing with some kind of addiction. I get them as an addictive personality. It has brought about destruction in your life, but now there's an energy around this, I feel, of the thing is you can't change this person. But you can be that loving support. And it's not changing yourself either to fit with this person's ideas or how they conduct themselves. It's being yourself, trusting in yourself, being true to yourself, and not letting this other person bring about destruction into your life, Sagittarius. But I feel like this is your energy here, being that loving, firming support to this person. This could be a family member, a friend, anyone who is going through some kind of addictive problem right now. So it's about being that strong support system for this person without letting them destroy anything in your life. Near future, the Three of Wands. Okay, this is good because there is growth here. I do see this as an energy of waiting as well, waiting for results. I get the feeling here that you've been a support system to someone who has an addictive personality. And you've put in I get a lot of thought, patience. You've been the mature one, the responsible one throughout this. And now I get that you're in this process of actively waiting here for this situation to change, or for this situation to get better. I see it as waiting for your ships to come in here while you've put in all of the effort. And now you're having to be patient here and wait for the results, wait for the success of this. But this is the near future. Now your advice, or your best path to follow, is the Knight of Swords in reverse. So not taking any quick action around this. I get a bit of a holding pattern here. A need to be objective and step back, not to take any kind of fast action, aggressive action, anything like that. It's really about stepping back and taking a wait and see approach to see if this is going to be successful or not. Let's take a look at your environment, or what is happening around you. You have the Star in reverse. So there is an energy of pessimism. I don't feel it's from you, Sagittarius. I feel it's from this other person, because this is external influence. It's someone being pessimistic, not seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. Someone who is in a very dark place. I get that. Going through this very transformative stage, but at the present time there doesn't seem to be a lot of hope from this person, or optimism about being able to manage this addictive nature. When it comes to hopes and fears, Sagittarius, you've got the Eight of Swords. Well, you're fearing that this person is trapped, unable to see their way out of a bad situation. A lot of negativity. I get this person's inner narrative is very negative, very much a mental trap of their own making, certainly. But it's an energy here of you're fearing that there will not be, this person will not be able to escape this addictive nature. Okay, let's take a look. The potential outcome here is the Five of Cups in reverse. Now I like this, Sagittarius, because it is about letting go of the past, and we have that with this card. I feel like this is something that has broken down in the past. This relationship, and it may be a love relationship, but it doesn't have to be. It could be a friendship, a family member, but someone has caused destruction of this in the past. And both of these cards speak about the need to fully let go of the past, not to hold on to any of that negativity. I feel this card is about acceptance and a focus on the future, focus on the positive outcomes. So I like where this is going, Sagittarius. It seems to be someone who's dealing with an addictive person in their life, going through this transformation here. You're trying to be the strong one here, the one who can be this person's support system. But I get it from both sides, that from this other person there's pessimism, and from you're fearing that this person is going to be trapped, unable to release themselves to make this important change in their life. But with the Five of Cups in reverse, I do feel the energy around this is of a focus on more positive outcomes, instead of focusing on the past. It is about focusing on what is still to come and having a lot more optimism for the future. So we'll see where this goes in part 2. So if this is resonating, I hope that you join me there. The link is below in the descriptions box. It'll be about another 30-minute reading. I'll be pulling out a lot more cards here, clarifying and finding out what the outcome is. And we're hoping that this person can get their act together here. And I feel like a lot of it has to do with you using your intuition when it comes to this situation. You've gained a lot of knowledge, a lot of wisdom by going through this experience and seeing this other person go through their experience. But what it comes down to, whether or not you walk away from this or whether or not you stay and try and see this through, is really going to come down to that gut feeling and what it's telling you here, Sagittarius. So I'll see you in part 2. The link is below in the descriptions box. That will take you directly to my Vimeo channel, and I hope to see you there. If I don't see you there, then I wish you all the very best for the rest of the year and for 2019, and I will speak to you very soon. Bye, Sagittarius.